But that is it for all the news items that I wanted to talk about on this day. Obviously, it's beginning of the year, so it always starts out relatively slow as things kind of build up, people recover.
Hmm.
So we are going to hop directly into our main topic, and that is the best 25. We're going to say tentatively 25 albums and projects of 2018.
Yeah, buddy.
So for
Lots of
those of you,
music came out.
yeah, for those of you that did not hear our one of our previous podcasts, I think we did it probably around June, where we did the top 20 of the year so far. We are going to kind of do it in a similar format where we are going to discuss kind of back and forth albums that we have as personal favorites and our personal picks, figure out which ones align, and then kind of go through the ones that we don't necessarily agree on, but kind of come to an agreement on. So this kind of be a group think kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have
Let's
my
see.
list
And
ready
I
to
have
go.
mine. Straight ready to go. I
So
kicked it off first last time. You wanna?
yeah, so what we're gonna do? I'll do it. We'll do it by five. I'll do my five at a time.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start with. I kind of broke down my list as to the albums that are basically for sure's. I consider it to be a for sure top 25 album of the year, no matter what. So I'm going to start with five right now for me. Um, in no particular order. So this is again, we're not going to order them
Yeah, this
because
isn't a
that is
like.
already it's already hard
That's way
enough.
too hard.
Yeah,
We're not the Grammys. We're not giving out awards. We're just giving our opinion on the top 25 albums of the
in
year.
no particular order,
In no
just
particular order.
25. I might have an order in my head, but it's gonna be too difficult getting through this list as it is. So
For real.
for me, my for sure, my first five of my for sure, Pusha T, Daytona definitely stood the
Word.
test of the year for me.
Yep.
Travis Scott, Astro World.
Straight up.
Um, it was his best. Yeah, I can say that.
Effort.
I can say it's his best. I can say it's his best
Uh,
project probably of his career. Probably of his career. That's a deeper conversation we'd have to have for another
yeah,
time. But
probably. I mean, Birds in the
probably
Trap sing McKnight? That was fire.
don't like. I love all the
Rodeo?
classics. Don't get me wrong.
Rodeo?
But
Is better than
it
Rodeo?
it's by far his biggest and most impactful.
Yeah,
That's without question. So
bet.
Pusha T, Travis Scott, um, Saba, Care for Me. This is an album that I've been talking about for the entire year,
Yeah.
and it's still right there, standing the test of time. It's absolutely fire.
Word.
Arctic Monkeys, Tranquility Base Hotel
Tranquility
and
Base
Casino.
Hotel.
That's four. And my
Righteous.
fifth right now would be Georgia Smith, Lost and Found. Those are my first
Nice.
five as my four shores.
Bet. Well, that's good because all of those five are on my list.
All five.
Yes, all five. All five are on my list. So that's Dario's first. So I gotta go to my definitely top 25 outside of the ones he just said. I'm gonna have to start out with. I kind of feel like it's a no-brainer that it has to be in there, but that Father John Misty album, God's Favorite Customer, was.
It did make our list last time. I think I put it on the list last time. Or did we both agree on that one?
You put it on the list, and I think I had it on my maybes, so I don't know if I had it on my list or not, but I feel like we definitely agreed that it was a really good album that year. And I went back to it, and it just played through excellent.
So that's one of your for sure's.
Yep.
Okay. We have to come back on because I'm not This is one I'm not sure that would make the list or not throughout the
All right, that
entire
was a
year.
wild card. That's a wild card. I was lying. That's definitely not. It's not a top five. It was in my like top like issues. You took my favorite one, so I just picked like one that was down there. If I really had to go with my five, I'd go with Lil Peep, Come Over When You're Sober Too, because that shit was flames. You told me it was fire. I liked three singles originally, and then I listened to the whole album. I was like, this shit is just a repeat album. You can just listen to it over and over again.
Yeah, it is one I've definitely listened to quite a bit, and it is fire. I'll agree with you there.
And that's on the second half of the year too. So that was actually a surprise coming off of the heavy beginning of the year. So yeah, Lil Peep, Janelle Monáe, Dirty Computer, which was I would put in my top five if I
Yeah.
had to pick a top five.
Yep.
That would be in a top five for me.
I don't remember if I picked that for the Grammys this year, but I was definitely thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't know if I did either, but she would have been in my top two choices probably for consideration. So we're gonna say that's two. We're taking the Father John Misty out. Before we're saying Lil Peep, Janelle Monáe, J. Cole, KOD. Gotta put him up before I get to any more rap niggas.
You know about J. Cole
up
though?
there.
I don't. I hear a lot of people not really including in their list,
Yeah, I know,
which is
and it's
kind
weird
of
because they forgot about
fucking
him or
weird to
something.
me.
J. Cole had a massive year to
A
me.
huge year,
Like
bunch of
his year was
features, big ass
his
album.
features are crazy. He had like nine. I don't know how many features he had. He did a lot of songs last year. So
He
I'm
did a
putting
lot.
KOD up there because it made noise in the industry.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it wasn't just
it
you
went
know.
it went platinum again, and
So
honestly, it might be his best album he's ever made. It, maybe
maybe,
it's,
maybe
it's top two or three.
I feel you. Okay. So now that I said that one, I'm gonna put in another rap. You got Pusha T already, which I felt like was an obvious choice. I feel like the next closest rap album for me, you already got Saba, Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap.
Mm, that was a maybe for me.
It's a maybe.
Hmm.
Okay, I can put that on later
How many is
because
that?
of
How many did you list?
I have so many on my list.
Were you
Like
supposed to list
these are
five?
all.
Was that five?
Oh, that I listed? Well, I said if you count that in the John Misty, otherwise I would replace it.
Yeah,
'Cause I
no, we're
have,
counting that because we're
'cause
not
I have Lil
replacing
Peep,
it.
Janelle
I'm just trying to
Monáe,
figure out where we
J.
agree right
Cole.
now. And right now we agree on.
Lil Peep, Janelle Monáe, and J. Cole. Those three.
Right now
That
we're
I
on
said.
7. We agree
Yeah.
on 7. So I'm gonna get my next 5.
Because you gave me 4 or 5.
5.
Oh, you gave me
You just-
Travis Scott, Saba.
Georgia
Arctic
Smith,
Monkeys.
Saba, Pusha T, Travis Scott, and Arctic Monkeys.
Okay. Okay. And then.
Was
So
Arctic
Jake.
maybe
Arctic was a maybe?
for you, right?
No, I got that.
Okay.
Yeah, so those 5.
And then you gave me Father John, Peep, Nipsey, Janelle, and J. Cole. So that's
Yeah.
10. So I'm gonna give you
Okay.
my next 5
Right.
that I have. And so Meek Mill
Championships.
championships.
Bet. I agree. That's probably his best album. You think that's his best album? I think
I
that's
don't know
his
if
best
it's his
album.
best album. It's his most impactful for sure, considering everything
It-
surrounding it.
Yeah.
I'm counting it not just for the music, but for the whole basically event it was. In the moment, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. He
So
his year was crazy. Coming out of jail.
comeback for sure. A huge
Yeah.
comeback.
Huge.
Even though musically it wasn't a comeback because his last album was fire too, and it was probably honestly might
Yeah.
be my favorite album of his. Um,
I feel you. That was a great album.
Ariana Grande, Sweetener.
Nice. I got that on my list.
So that's two. I have Say
Oh,
Lulu,
Championship's on my list too. You have what?
Say Lulu, Immortel.
Oh, okay. That is not on my list.
It's three. Let me see. Trying to see my for sure's. Oh, Black Panther, the album.
Okay. Yeah. That was on my yes, maybe. Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to put the soundtrack over so many albums. But as a project, it's just better than everything. So it kind of has to be.
You gotta acknowledge it.
Yeah.
So that is four. I have Kids See Ghosts.
Okay. I took that off my list, so that's a maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4. So that was my next five.
Okay. All right. If you throw in Kids See Ghosts in here, then I'm gonna have to throw in Black, East Atlanta Love Letter.
I'm gonna say it was a maybe for me right now.
That shit's fire. I was playing that all year. So that's one for me. We haven't said Mac Miller's Swimming.
That was a maybe for me.
Okay. So that's two for me. I'm gonna have to put Kali Uchis on here.
That was on my list.
So that's four. Because honestly, her vibe, her sound was really refreshing just in all the music that was coming out.
Oh,
So it was nice.
But for sure, one of the best albums I think to come out.
Yeah. And then, so that was four. Fifth, I'm going to have to say Florence and the Machine, High as Hope.
That was a maybe for me. I felt like other people had better projects that were similar.
I feel you. There were some. I feel similar, but those just those singles were just too
Not ever.
too nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Big God still hits me. Like I'm just like, damn, this shit is fire. Like, but that was five.
That was five.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are at 10 we agree on right now, and 9 maybes.
Okay. J. Cole was a maybe for you, you said?
No, that was for sure.
Oh, okay. So Ariana Grande for sure, Little Peep for sure, Janelle Monáe for sure.
Nope.
Oh, Little Peep
So
not.
Georgia Smith for sure, Saba for sure,
Oh,
Pusha
okay.
T for sure, Travis, Arctic Monkeys, Janelle Monáe, J. Cole, Meek Mill, Ariana Grande, and Kali Uchis.
Okay.
That's 10 for sure. So my next five, I have Beach House.
Hmm. What's on my list?
That's it for
Got
sure.
that one. Yep.
Okay, then I have Young Fathers.
Yeah, that's up there.
That's
It's on my
two.
list.
I had Ty Segall, Freedom's Goblin.
Oh, that was a really good project. It's a maybe for me. I have it as a maybe.
It came out like the beginning of the year.
Yeah, like the top of last year. January or February last year.
I have Sky Zoo.
Mm. Another great rapper. Also a maybe on my end. It's on my list though, but it's a maybe. Huh.
So that's four. My fifth was oh, Lil Baby.
A word.
Harder than ever.
Little baby. Harder than ever. I was like, which one?
Nah, I like the last one. Harder than ever.
Okay. Bet. That's a maybe on my end. I didn't actually have that on my list, but because there were others that I considered.
Well, he would be the one that I replaced for Rich the Kid, who I had on my list for the top 20 at the beginning of the half a year. But as I listened more and as the year went on, Little Baby had more of a lasting impression.
I like Lil Baby, dog. His shit is fire. Lil
Yeah.
Baby's dog.
was-
Lil Baby is like the hardest thing out. It's weird, but he's like out here. His shit is raw.
It was surprisingly good, and it was surprisingly grew on me a lot more than I expected it to.
Yeah, I was laughing at him when I first seen it. Like, oh no, I'm not checking for that. Then I just heard some shit and was like, what? Like you start listening to it, you're like, oh no, he got flow. Like he can
He
rap.
definitely got flow.
Yeah. So I fuck with that. That was your fifth one on that one?
Yep, that was my fifth.
Okay. Interesting. Well, let's see. There were so many albums that I loved. I'm gonna tell you what I got on repeat right now. Jesse Reyes. You listen to that, right?
I did. I had my reaction last week to it, and because I finally got around to listen to it, and then I was surprised at how dope it actually was.
Dog, I told you months ago.
I didn't believe you.
He was like, who?
I didn't believe you.
Who? I was like, dog, Jesse. I was like, she's the one M put her on 2 songs, dog. Like that we never heard of her, and Eminem has her on 2 songs
Yeah, but
on Kamikaze.
he's had a rocky history with R&B artists, especially up and coming ones.
Yeah, but still, when you heard her voice on those songs, I knew she was fire, so I had to check.
I
that
just thought
project
she was
out.
the next Skylar Grey, you know.
No, Alicia Cara is the next Skylar Grey.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
She might be.
imported, that
Import
song
is
is
fire.
fucking fire.
Imported is fire. That's the best song. Like,
That shit on repeat. That shit is
hell
fucking
yeah.
fire. I'm not gonna lie. So you're saying
Dog.
that's on your list? I just wasn't sure.
Yep.
It was so short, but I mean, it could
Short but
definitely make
amazing.
mine.
It was perfect.
So it's on yours?
Yeah, that's on my list. I've been bumping that since I was telling you about it. And another one. See, because that's hard. Because if I put her in there, I have to put her in there. So her, self-titled, has to go
Which
next.
one? Didn't she have 2 projects this year? Or was it?
Well, I'm going with her. Her. I don't remember if there was another project. There's too many albums.
Because
I
I
don't
used to
remember.
know her part 2 or some shit.
Oh, maybe I might be thinking of part 2 though. Oh shit.
Which one
I
she's
feel like
nominated for? I don't even remember.
it's got to be the first one. It has to be. It has to be her. I don't know. There's so many visuals for the second one though. I
I'm
think
about to
that's
look
a
right
visual
now.
album. Cause on my list I just put the self-titled, but. Let me look at my playlist.
Yeah, just her, the self-titled album. It's the one she's nominated for.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, self-titled. So that's on my list. Her.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really get into it that much. I didn't really slap it like
It
that.
was weird. It aged better than I thought. Because when I first listened to it, I didn't think it was crazy, but I liked it. I thought it was a good vibe, and then I went back to it, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And I was like, "Oh, I remember this now." It sounded new, like when I listened to it again later, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it, I get it." So I kind of felt like I was sleeping on it for the Grammys when we were going over it because I hadn't listened to that project again around that time, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That was a maybe for me.
Word. Put that on the. So let me scroll back up. I got. It's weird. I gotta put. Nah, before I do that, I'm putting Glitch Mob up there. See Without Eyes. Did you ever listen to that?
I think bits and pieces. It was just
Yeah.
it's too much music, so I didn't really get to give it a proper listen.
Word. Let's put that on the maybes. And then one that I was always debating, but I feel like I have to put on the list. Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy.
That was a maybe for me. Because if we're just talking purely off impact, okay, of course. But
Yeah.
music,
I mean, but then it's still iffy because I like it like that. I mean, her main song we know her for is on it. Like Bodak Yellow is why we are talking about Cardi B, and it's on the album. So, I mean, she just has to be on the like. It's almost disrespect just to not put her on the list because of how we feel about it. Like, she had.
it's a maybe for me. It's not gonna change. It's a maybe.
All right, for sure. Let's see. Was that 4 or was that? So I said Glitch Mob, Cardi, her, Jessie Reyes. Alright. This is gonna be a tough pick. We've already I don't like that album enough. Let's go with. I could go between any of them. I gotta give it to Camila Cabello.
That was a maybe.
Her album's titled Camila. But yeah. So that's 5 more from me. Harder than ever. We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, so I mean, I only have 2 more for sure's for me. Maybe 1, actually. I have a bunch of maybes, borderlines, but I have 1 for sure, and it was called Daughters. You won't get what you want.
Ooh. That's a good album. It's not on my list, though. It was a maybe. Because I never got to go back to it. I just remembered that it was good.
You have to like physically prepare yourself for this one.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like that's what I'm like. Yeah, it's a session of listening. You can't just put it on.
You can't just casually throw it on and like let me just listen to this real quick. Like I have to
yeah. I got to do some emails and shit real quick. Like let me put this. That's like you have to pay attention to that. So, because it's not gonna put you at ease, really.
No, it's gonna do the exact opposite.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't get to go back to it, but.
So that means for me, that is all my for sure's. We're gonna have to just debate the rest.
All right.
I don't know if you have any more for sure's.
Well, I have 2. I had Beyonce and Jay-Z's Everything Is Love album.
That was a nope for me.
Yeah. It was hard. It was hard. Because as much as I don't like ape shit, there was. I feel like it's gonna age better than we responded to it.
Maybe. I don't really think so, but
that was their Royce da 5'9's Book of Ryan. I had to give Royce his props because of how personal he went with that project. And for me thinking that was one of his best projects, and for him to be in the game for so long, I have to put that there.
That was a close maybe for me. So just put that to the side for now.
Word. But yeah, other than that, everything's a hard maybe. Like, there's too many good albums. Like, some of my maybes could even be swapped with the maybes that we have already. Like,
well, let me say right now, I had one other maybe. J-Rock was another maybe for me.
He would have been my 3rd maybe.
Yeah, so J-Rock, Royce.
And it's crazy. They just came out together. Like, it was weird. It's hard to put those albums up against each other, too.
So our count right now for our list so far, the ones that we both agree on, we are at 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. We're at 13 right now, so we are about halfway there. Starting with, in no particular order again, Georgia Smith, Lost and Found, Saba, Care for Me, Pusha T, Daytona, Travis Scott, Astroworld, Arctic Monkeys, Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino, Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer,
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole, KOD, Meek Mill, Championships, Ariana Grande, Sweetener, Kali Uchis, Isolation, Beach House 7, Young Fathers, what's the name of that album? Cocoa Sugar.
Cocoa Sugar.
And Jesse Reyes, Being Human in Public. So that's 13. And we probably have twice as many maybes right now. So we need 12 to go into the list.
Okay.
So off the bat, I'm going to say I agree with you on Father John Misty and Lil Peep.
Okay. Bet. So we'll put those up. Okay. Word.
So, so it's 10. So at least 10 spots to fill.
All right. So how do you want to roll this out?
So we are going to talk about the ones that we think are the most deserving. So you can start the ones that you think should be on there, and we'll see if I agree with you.
Word. Let's see. Well, out of what were maybes that I think deserve... Wait, Jesse Reyes was a yes?
Was a yes. We both agreed.
Okay. So let me... Cool. Actually, I did like... but you didn't hear that one. I can't even fight for that one. Black, East Atlanta Love Letter, fam.
Now, why do you think it's top 25 of the year?
That's like of the year? Because that shit is... Man. I've been playing that shit nonstop. Like the whole... Like... His album is, I think, as good as his initial impact and better. And I think sets him up nice for whatever he comes out with next. And not only that, the project was extremely cohesive. Dope singles. Future was on it in a way that wasn't so crazy future-y. And I actually liked it more than I thought I would with the features. He did the features where the artist is on his song and his vibe instead of like taking over the song. So I like how as an artist he controlled his project. And that is
now, I will say it was a project that I actually forgot about when I was going through a list. But it was one of the year that definitely grew on me the more I listened to it. Because the first time I heard it, I was kind of like, it was cool, but I didn't feel like it was that, like, I don't know if maybe I was expecting more, you know? So the first time I heard it, it was like, oh, this is cool, but I don't think it really lived up to maybe my high expectations I had for it. But
yeah,
the more I went through it, it was, it grew on me substantially. And it is one, I will say, it is one of the better projects of the year. I'm not entirely sure it's top 25. But Pretty Little Fears is a great song. Switch is a great song.
Pretty Little Fears, Switch. Loaded Gun.
Loaded Gun was a great song. East Atlanta Love is a great song. There are a lot of great songs on here.
That's what I'm saying.
But there are a lot of albums with a lot of great songs. So,
fam. But we need 10 spots.
Yeah, right now. We got that's sort of in his lane. I don't really see much in that area, so it kind of helps him.
That's what I'm saying. He's the only male with that type of vocal that we would even be discussing. The only other people would be like her or something. Which is also in contention to be discussed. But
So I'll give you her. I'll give you Black.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
give you Black.
But
It was better than I expected, and it was one that grew on me substantially the more I listened to it. Still think he could have done a little better on it, but I'll give you that one.
I feel you.
I don't even think I really need to argue this one that much. I'm pretty sure you're gonna agree. Black Panther deserves to be on there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's yeah. I'll put it on there for sure. Like I said, it was only a maybe just because
The
I wanted
only
to
reason
see what
it ever gets knocked is because it was a soundtrack.
a soundtrack. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. That's the only
literally the only
reason.
reason. Because it feels just like somebody's solo album would be a no brainer.
Yeah, be a no brainer.
But the fact that he
So yeah,
managed to do that with the Disney and Marvel product and like
yeah,
deliver something original, but still like kind of in line with the the whole theme of the movie and stuff, and
hmm
it just showed it was a huge step for him for sure. Like to show that
oh yeah,
not only can he be behind like in front of the mic, but he can like work behind it too and
yeah. He
like
can like
curate
A
stuff.
and R.
Yeah.
He can EP. You know, he can do all that.
So
So
yeah,
okay,
I think
but
I think for sure you agree with me on that one. Should more than deserve to be in the top 25 discussion.
yeah, we'll put that up there for sure. I'm on that.
Now,
All right, so here's another one that I think uh was on my maybes that I think you had. Kids See Ghosts.
Kids See Ghosts was on my list for top 25 because outside of Pusha T Daytona, I think it was the best project from that whole period.
Mm. Even and better than Tiana's.
Better than Tiana's. I think
Okay.
it did more different things. And just Kanye and Cudi together is always a fucking great combination. And
hmm
there's some special moments on there that were some of the
Yeah,
best moments, I think, of the entire year. Like when you really listen to it and when you take away the bullshit that was surrounding it.
yeah, yeah.
I
I think
think
that's the key, though. Is
I think
taking
if it
away
had
the
come out in
bullshit.
if it had come out in a vacuum away from that whole time, I think people would look
Oh, it
at
did
it
gone
much
platinum
differently. You know,
for sure. Yeah, I'm down. I'll put that in there. That yeah, that's probably you're right. The second best out of that rollout and of those Kanye produced albums, and
I mean,
that's some of the best Cudi I've heard in years.
uh, yeah, them working together is just kind of meant to be to me, and
Yeah,
it is. If it's anything, it's a sign is that they are. This is the album that they are touring on.
yeah, that makes sense. I did like that 070 Shake was on there.
She killed it.
Yeah, so yeah, I fuck with that.
Feel the love, fire.
That shit is fire.
Feel love
If
is
if Kanye didn't fuck up this year, that could have been like a top song of the year. That could have been up there. Nobody wanted to play his music out loud because everybody didn't want to hear Kanye's voice.
but feel the love with the echo and the reverb and when the
I
shit
can
like
still
kicks
feel the
in.
love. Dun, dun, dun.
Special, bro. That was special.
That shit is lit. All right, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. That
It's
shit's
just
fire.
because of everything surrounding it. It's really
Yeah,
taking away from what it actually was.
yeah. No, that was really well done. I like that. I like that choice. Keep that in the top 25.
Fourth Dimension, fire too.
Oh, I forgot about that song. Oh yeah, because I haven't listened to it. I never went back to it after. I've literally tried to avoid it, except for um, I don't even remember what the song is now because I've I've been really trying to avoid Kanye shit. But yeah, no, that shit's fire. All of it. So Kids See Ghosts is up there. Now I gotta look
I
at
get it,
other
but don't take it
maybes.
out on the music
I know, man. It's hard. It's hard, bro. It's hard.
because the
It's hard.
music on this one, it was definitely there. Not the bullshit he put on Ye.
Yeah.
That free Ghost Town Part 2, like, oh,
Yeah. No,
I
he
am
actually tried.
free. Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this is one I would
Mm,
actually want to see them in tour with. I think that's how good it was.
that would make sense. That tour is actually something I would see.
Yes.
That makes
I
sense.
wouldn't go see a Ye
Kids See
tour.
Ghost tour. No, because it'd be tight. Because 070 would probably have a nice set. Like, it would probably be lit.
You know, the visuals gonna be crazy like that. To me, this lived up to it. I think that.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I saw a video recently of them like performing something with
Yeah,
like a choir or
Camp
something.
Flog now.
Oh, that was at Cap Flogna?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Oh, I told you about that.
Yep.
They live streamed it.
Yep.
I forgot. I didn't know they were there at that. Yeah, that's kind of tight. Well, shout out to Tyler, the creator, and them for putting on a dope festival. Um,
So that's 18.
18. So we need
Seven
seven.
spots.
Damn.
For me, Lil Baby should be on there. Out of all those type of, I guess, trap rappers that came out,
Yeah.
his was the biggest. He
Yeah.
he's been touring on this one all year. He's
Hmm.
blown up tremendously off of this one.
Know what's crazy? He's the only one who's not drowning in the Drake cosign. Like everybody else that got a Drake cosign
he
is
outshined
drowning in
the
it.
Drake cosign.
Yeah, that's like crazy now that I think about it. Like who nobody else has done that, really. Like Black Boy JB is still trying to get his head out from under it. Uh like Little Baby, I didn't know who he was until Yes Indeed. And then
I mean, I knew him before that, but obviously that was the one that people automatically check for.
yeah.
But even
That's
hearing
the
it,
only
it
one
was
I like
like
listen to more.
I was more interested almost in his hook than Drake's part
Yeah, I
when I
thought
saw
that
it.
was crazy. I was like, oh, who's Drake rapping with? Who's this Little Baby person? And I was like, oh, this shit's lit. Who's this guy? And then started listening to his work. And once I got used to his tone, then I was like, yo, he's he's killing it. Like it reminds me of like when Young Thug first came out and made a splash in the game without looking or doing anything crazy. Like he just like the vibe, like the energy of like Rich Gang. Like Lil Baby has that like Rich Gang like energy like from back when they were like when everybody was anticipating
Yeah, I mean,
anything that came out of there.
there's definitely a reason why people have compared him to um, Young Thug and that whole camp because the flow obviously is heavily influenced by that whole rise of
Yeah.
them and whatever. But honestly,
Yeah,
he does
Rich
it
Homie
probably
Quan and
better.
Young Thug. That's my thing, though. That's because we were talking about that. We were talking about what's Thug's problem, and it's that all these new kids are coming up doing it better than him now. Like they're just doing what we thought he should do, but they're doing it, and then he never did it. So the stuff that Thug does is tight, but he never gives us the whole thing. Like Lil Baby gave us 2 albums, and he just came out. Like,
Oh, he's definitely had a hell of a year. Um, and I think when you have a trap album like that, and when you can
and the
find,
joint album. He dropped a collab
yeah, I
album.
didn't really fuck with the collab one though. I'll be honest with you,
I didn't either. I didn't either. The collab was a throwaway, like a motherfucker.
a lot of
I re-
throwaways. I think
yeah,
thanks a large part to Young Thug's involvement.
yeah.
But I think when you have a album like Harder Than Ever and you have a trap album, like it's really hard to find a lot of times songs that hit you outside of this, like the more well known stuff, like the single stuff. And on
Hmm.
this one, I was surprised by were like the deep cut songs that were like
Well,
that
that's what
nobody were really
shocked
talking about
me.
and pushing, but
Well,
that were
because yes,
fire.
indeed, when you hear a single like that and you don't know who that artist is, you think that's their best song. You're like, oh, this is the best this artist can do. Who is this? And then you go check for it and you find out there's shit way better than that. And that was the light work. That was probably like their weakest bars on this on the radio single. And you're like, oh shit.
Exactly. This is why to me, Lil Baby deserves to be on this top 25 because his deep cut shit was honestly better than a lot of his single stuff to me.
I listen to Pure Cocaine every day. I'm not lying. That's
So
my jam
baby,
right now.
so baby gotta be on here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I didn't even consider that, but like after you said it, I was like, oh shit, you're right. Yeah, Lil Baby. His
So
year
that's
was nice.
19.
Okay. So we got 19. All
So
right.
between Royce and J Rock, I
That's
mean,
what I wanted to figure.
do you think they could? Do you think they could both make this? I mean, they could for sure both make it, but
Well, the problem is if we were doing this, it would have to go to J Rock. I couldn't pick Royce over J Rock. I could pick them together, but I feel like J Rock in terms of he's on the Black Panther soundtrack, and then B, like
and King's
Kendrick,
dead out of all the
King's
singles that's
dead.
nominated.
Yeah, like so, like J Rock's year was not only like crazy in terms of his rap album was amazing, but he had a nice commercial success
The
as well.
biggest year of
Like,
his career.
yeah, of his career, and he was out before Kendrick. So, um, I would have to
Again,
say J
this
Rock
one
over
was full of
Royce.
so many bangers for me
That's so
that
hard. I feel like I'm
it
dissing Royce.
had to be Jay to me. Royce was
Yeah.
look, Royce was absolutely fire, absolutely.
Like, oh, and then cocaine on that on cocaine on Royce's album, dog. That shit is amazing. That's crazy. That's one of his best songs.
It was his best album. They both had the best albums of their careers.
Damn. That's fucked up. That's crazy. I don't know, man.
But for me,
Yeah,
J
Jay.
Rock's hit me harder than
Word.
Royce's. Even though Royce's was absolutely fire too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as a whole, I think there are moments in Royce's for me that kind of lulled, that dipped a little
Mm.
bit. But in Jay's, he hit you in the mouth from the start and pretty much didn't let up almost the whole like
Oh
the entire
yeah.
way.
Yeah, for real though. Yeah, I felt like I was in the back seat riding around LA, hopping out the car with that fool. That's crazy. All right. So I
And
guess we're
again,
kind of in agreement then.
another fire, another fire feature from
Well,
J Cole. Out of sight, out of mind.
oh yeah, awesome. Yeah, because we're saying J. Cole features. But J. Cole had a fire feature on
On
Royce's shit.
Royce's, but I think I like J Cole's feature on Jay's more than I did on Royce's.
Yeah, I do too, actually. So, yeah. Damn. J. Cole was on everybody's shit. That's crazy. I forgot about that.
And was
Damn.
nominated for a single Grammy. Think about that. Well, Was he nominated? Yeah, a single with Black, but
Yeah, I was like, he got some way sideways nominated, but not for KOD at
not
all.
for his shit. Straight.
Yeah, not for his shit at all. Yeah. That's crazy. All right, so we're not putting Royce in.
My vote is J Rock.
All right, cool. I'm with that. I stand by saying if I had to pick one over the other, I'd have to go with Jay. So, but it's at least, I mean, just shout out to Royce. If y'all haven't heard Royce the 5'9's album, make sure you go check it out. So we
If you haven't heard
now,
either of the albums or any of the albums, this is a must.
anything we're talking about, really, go listen to these projects.
Okay,
Even
for now,
the maybes we're not going to mention again. Check those out.
for me, for now, it needs to be on there. Daughters. For me, it has to be on there.
All right, I fuck with that. Only because I wanted
There's
something different. I just didn't have time.
There's absolutely nothing else out there like that.
That's what I'm saying. I just didn't have time. Like I didn't get back to it with the right, Like I wanted to be there with that, and I was like, I just couldn't find the right moment. So, but I knew when I first heard it that it was some shit. I was like,
and I'm not even a huge fan of like that metal kind of noise rock, but the shit they did on here was so fucking interesting that
it was artistic.
I couldn't, stop listening.
It was
to it
definitely
for like a week.
Yeah, because it's not conventional. It's not like, well, I mean, it's conventional, but it has the way it's broken up, like the new wave, how it's like 2 songs in one or like whatever. Like I love that shit.
It physically felt like I had been through some shit after listening to this.
You breathing heavy after it was over,
Like
holding your
if
chest.
you got anxiety, this might not be an album for you for sure. If you get if you get heavy anxiety, this might not be an album for you for real.
Damn.
You might do some DMT or some shit and listen to this album.
Fam, you'd go out of your mind. That sounds crazy. Did you ever? You didn't even mention Kodak earlier.
Okay, so yeah, we were gonna talk about the few albums that we haven't talked about. We were supposed to do it before, but we didn't get around to it. We kind of skipped that part.
Yeah.
So Kodak Black was an absolutely fire album.
His most personal album.
Even to the point that you had to agree.
I couldn't hate. Like, I listened to the album, was like, this is like one of the realest rap albums that's out right now. Like, he's just like, it wasn't even about like dope lyrics.
This is what I told you about his last album too, though.
I know, but I didn't hear it the same way I heard this one. Like,
my whole point to you was that just take away all the bullshit, take away everything. He has some of the realest raps out. And
what's crazy is I don't like the songs with features. I just like the songs with him by
all
himself.
His best shit is all solos.
Yeah, that's so dope. I love that.
Literally especially from the song Transgression on down, it's just straight like flames every single song.
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
Malcolm X,
Close to the Grave, from the Cradle. Oh man, when that came on, I was like, yo, need something. Man, yeah, that's a real album. That's crazy.
I mean, was it top 25?
It's top 30.
I wasn't sure about top 25. That's the only thing. It was definitely on my maybes list.
I only wanted to bring it up because I feel like it's as good as I feel like, because I mentioned Nipsey and I was like, if I'm gonna keep going with these rappers, there's a couple others that I would want to pick. For me,
Nipsey can't be on there. It was his most and his biggest success album wise, but I think it's
Yeah.
probably his one of his weaker albums, honestly, compared
Yeah.
to all the other stuff he's had in the past. And
He didn't have a last time that I checked or nothing like
he
that.
had, yeah, he had some obviously had some good strong sing songs on there. But I think
Yeah.
overall as a project, I think he's had better projects. That's why I was
Oh
kind of
yeah.
surprised to see this is the one that gets Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
So for me, it wouldn't be in my top 25. But I
Word.
respect obviously that he getting this attention. I think he's deserved. But
Okay. Well, we'll put. So I'm deleting that, and we'll put Kodak to the side for now. We'll just keep him in mind.
so for me, it comes down to like Ty Segall, Say Lulu, Florence and the Machine. Those are like my tops that I would put in.
Mm. I'm with you on Florence. 'Cause that was one from my list that wasn't in your top 25. So we could put that in there.
You didn't hear Say Lulu, did you?
No, I can't speak on it because I didn't hear it. Which is sad because I've literally heard at least a song from like everything else except for that one. I'm like, I don't even know anything about that. I can't. I mean, it has to be in there. Which one's better, Ty Segall or that one?
Um,
Or Ty Segall? I don't know how to say his name.
I just say Seagal. I think for me, you know how much I love Ty Segall. For me,
Yeah.
it's Say Lulu.
Oh wow. For real?
It's it's fucking good, bro. Like
What? Oh, okay. You should have
I'm,
texted me that shit.
I did, bro.
Okay.
I even talked about it in one of our podcasts for
Oh
sure.
shit, you probably did. You probably did. There was just
They
so much. That was
just
probably
have
one of
like
those weeks
this.
where like 5 albums came out.
Oh yeah, a
But
lot of albums came out that time.
okay, let's see.
It's just that it's I can't really describe it to you. It's something you have to hear. Like it's so fucking cinematic and
Hmm.
retro, futuristic, psychedelic. Like oh my, it's just fucking good, bro. Like I don't really know how to say it. It's fucking good.
All right.
I think I
Huh.
gave it a 4.8.
What?
Yeah.
Well, shit. If it's a 4.8, it has to be on the list. 'Cause even though I haven't heard it, I mean, you're not gonna give something a 4.8 that's trash or even
No,
mediocre. So,
it was
um,
it was damn good for me. Like it was.
word. All right. So I'm not mad at that. We said yes on Florence, though, right?
Except yes, on Florence.
All right. So, okay, okay.
Like it's like they have a song and then a couple songs honestly that almost could sound like a James Bond theme song basically, but because it's like super dark pop,
Mm,
moody, cinematic. It's just good. Like
hmm.
it's just good.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you can YouTube one right now. I'll tell you the song's called Anna.
And
A-N-A. But for now, yeah, Florence for sure. I think we'll make that top 25. I think for sure could be a top 25 album of the year.
okay. Okay. So wait, how many do we need? Two?
3.
Okay. Okay, we need three. You have two that you say have to be on the list.
Well, my 2 would be Say Lulu, Ty Segall. Yeah, that would be like the 2 I would for sure put on there, but the rest are kind of up for debate.
Mm-hmm.
And that I would like be able to be like still kind of iffy on, but
Yeah. Um. See, I'm jumping between who I want to fight for as a spot. I'm down with those first two you said taking a slot. If one of these, who would you pick out of Mac Miller or her?
um, well, I didn't necessarily hear her or like, well, I heard her, but I didn't necessarily get that into it, like I said earlier. So for
Yeah.
me, it would definitely be Mac Miller. I think he
Do you think he should be in a top 25?
that's question. I'm not sure.
Because I don't want us to put him in there as like a, yo, Mac Miller guys.
Nah, it's
Like,
definitely not
it
a.
was a great album.
I mean, you know that for me.
But
Like I
part of me,
questioned why he's Grammy nominated for best rap album. I think it's a really, really good album, but I didn't think it was Grammy worthy.
yeah, I think he was more creative on his project before, the Divine Feminine, that obviously Ariana Grande took inspiration from. But this project, like you could hear him talking about his depression in the whole project. So that's what it was, just like a real project. Like it was just a real,
Super enjoyable.
yeah. It just played through. Like it was just a great listen. You know. So I feel like he does deserve. There's so many people I didn't name, like in my maybes, which is crazy. But I feel like that was a
I mean,
really
for me,
good
Mac
album.
Miller was a very close maybe. Like it could easily make top 25. I just
Oh, that's
wasn't
fucked
sure
up.
compared to everything else. I wasn't completely sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm. And then you
But
didn't
I
listen to
mean,
Glitch
Jet
Mob
Fuel is
either.
easily like one of my, you know, favorite songs of the year. So
Yeah,
I
that
wouldn't be against
song's
it either.
wavy. Okay.
I think like out of him, like let's say like the internet, who kind of had a similar vibe.
Yeah.
I would say I liked his more,
Their album was dope too.
but
That
I
was
would say
this
I
year
liked his
too.
more.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked his more because songs stuck out more specifically in Mac Miller's project versus the Internet's project. It felt like it ran together as like a jam session almost.
So tell me one good Schmob song I should check out, and I would check it out right now.
Um. Oh man, I don't want to give you. What's their? Hold on, I'm gonna pull up my playlist. I want to give you the right song because I think the title I'm thinking of isn't the
So I
song that
think
I want
we
you to
can
listen
agree
to.
though. We both heard Ty Segall. We both agree that it is a phenomenal album.
It is definitely okay. So yeah, we'll definitely put Ty Segall in there and put who was the other one that we were putting in there?
This
Oh,
is
Fortune Days. Yeah, go check out Fortune Days as a song. Wait, is that the song that I want? Cause I don't have that album on this phone. But that song is dope.
okay. It's got like a nice little build up going.
The song is sick. Trust me. You'll like that song. You'll probably even play it later.
So I would play it for everybody listening, but I don't, feel like dealing with any copyright strikes at the moment. So
It's a dope song.
Fortune Days, the Glitch Mob is what I'm currently listening to.
It's an old song though. I just cause Dario doesn't know anything about Glitch Mob. I did not give you one of the fresh ones. I'm sorry. A fresh song that you're gonna have to check out now that you know what Glitch Mob sounds like. Cause I couldn't just do you like that. Cause you wouldn't get it if I gave it to you. Inner Being is one off of their brand new album. So, and then you wanted me to listen to Anna from what's the band's name?
Say Lulu.
Say Lulu. Yeah.
I mean, I could. It's kind of spacey.
Yeah, it's like spacey, but it's like, but it's a specific vibe that they provide in the whole album. Because it's mostly electronic, but then there's vocal, moments where it just elevates like the song. It just gives you this whole, I don't know. I love that shit. I think it's tight.
I mean, it's a trip. It's definitely some trippy shit. Very spacey, very synthy,
Tron shit.
ethereal sounding. So I can see why you would like it for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It's dope. Because honestly, I would pick that over her. I would pick Glitch Mob over her, and then but we only need three, so we are. Oh no, we need two.
Two.
Okay, okay. So if I had to pick Glitch Mob or well, if we had to pick two, so I'd have to pick Glitch Mob or Mac Miller then.
I mean, you give me say Lulu, I'll give you Glitch Mob.
Bet. All right, I'm with that. But you liked what you heard though, right?
I like what I
That
heard.
Glitch.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's it's hard to describe for people that obviously were listening, not watching, but it's out there and it's something that I wouldn't be able to like fully get into in 30 seconds.
Yeah, nah. But what's tight about it is it's like it's not one of those albums that like it's like an album you can put on while you're doing something or like snowboard to or like you could even like you could do anything in life to that kind of music. Like it feels like it's just contemplative but open. Like it's not lyric heavy, but it has some lyrics in it. So it's dope.
Oh yeah, I'll give it a chance. It definitely will have to give it a chance. I haven't really been on electronic a lot lately. I used to be heavy into it, but I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
it's kind of gotten stale a bit and samey.
Hmm.
All dance and pop stuff, and I kind of got tired of that. But I'll definitely give it a listen.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck that. Scorpion. Drizzy.
That will never get on the list. Not even
Yo,
top
King
20 of the month,
Slime,
maybe.
Drizzy Drake. Come on, Six God? Six God's 25, yo. He's number 25.
Yeah.
Six.
25 from the bottom. It's an album that
Okay.
gets almost no replay from me.
Right. Nah, it gets replayed for me. The Kanye bars, I can't get enough of the Kanye bars. That's what's helping me get over Kanye is listening to Drake terrorize that nigga.
Is he really terrorizing him though?
The whole side A, the first disc is
It was
Kanye
still pretty
diss.
weak.
It's a Kanye diss album.
Still pretty weak.
But it's hilarious. Sicko Mode's Kanye that Drake's verse is a Kanye. It's a continuation of Scorpion. That's why it's called Sicko Mode. Six sickos. That's Drake shit.
Yawn. Snooze. Shit was boring.
How, Sway?
Shit was boring.
Nah, man.
But
Because even the songs
look,
that I didn't like, but nah, he's not in the top 25. I was just bullshitting. Anyways,
somehow,
to
some
finish,
way, we got to top 25 of 2018. It was not easy getting there. There was a lot of stuff that we like a lot
a lot
that did not make it.
stuff I
Maybe we'll
couldn't.
do
I
like an
didn't
honorable
mention.
mission another time.
Yeah, we
But
could do that.
to give our official list of our top 25, Living Life Fearless is official list of the top 25 albums of 2018. These are our basically suggested listings or must listens for you guys that you should definitely, if you have not heard these albums, do yourselves a favor and go listen to these because they're absolutely fire in one way or
Fire.
another. And it's pretty varied. We tried to keep a varied list. I think we got a different bunch of styles in there. So without further ado, our official top 25 list of 2018 in no particular order is Georgia Smith, Lost and Found, Saba's Care For Me, Pusha T's Daytona, Travis Scott's Astroworld, Arctic Monkeys, Tranquility Base, Hotel and Casino, Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer, J. Cole's KOD, Meek Mill's Championships, Ariana Grande's Sweetener, Kali Uchis' Isolation, Beach House's Seven, Young Father's Cocoa Sugar, Jesse Reyes, Being Human in Public, Father John Misty, what's the name of his album?
God's favorite customer.
God's Favorite Customer, Lil Peep, Come Over When You're Sober, Part 2, Black, East Atlanta Love Letter, Black Panther, the soundtrack by Kendrick Lamar, Kids See Ghosts, self-titled project, Lil Baby, Harder Than Ever, J Rock, I believe it was Redemption. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Redemption, Daughters, You Won't Get What You Want, Florence and the Machines, The Highest Hope,
Yeah, High as Hope.
High as Hope, Ty Seagal's Freedom Goblin, Glitch Mob, what is the name of that one?
See Without Eyes.
See Without Eyes, and Say Lulu Immortel. So that is our top 25 of 2018, and we will have an official post with the official list coming at the beginning of next week. But until then, you should definitely go check out some of the projects on here. There are some absolute gems, and there are a lot of stuff that I don't think got a lot of attention from the mainstream music wise. So
Yeah.
we try to, impart the stuff that people didn't necessarily talk about to you as well. So definitely go check that list out.
Yeah, there's definitely some albums slept on. So, but we got to the fire.
We did. Maybe we will do our honorable mention list some other podcast, a much shorter version. Just kind of just throw some stuff out there that for your consideration. But yeah, we got to pretty much everything we wanted to talk about, except maybe a couple things. Didn't really get to talk about Future's album, but I don't want to keep you guys too long.
Yeah.
Didn't get to talk about Big Soulja in the
Big
terrorizing
Soulja.
run he's been on lately.
Oh man, Big Soulja. Shout out Young Draco, Big Draco. I'm sorry,
Big Draco.
Yo, Big Draco.
But I'm sure there will still be plenty more to talk about by the next time we come back around.
He's not done, I'm sure.
We'll definitely touch back on those. Before we
James
get out of
Blake album.
James
We'll
Blake
talk
for
about
sure.
Next time.
So I'm getting to these albums. So
Oh,
before
bet.
we get out of here,